In this video, I'm going to be discussing just a few accessories you can get to turn your entry-level turntable into something that performs and sounds much better. Let's get into it. If you've just picked up a new turntable and you've been looking for a few ways to upgrade or change your listening setup, then these few products should be perfect for you. You don't need to break the bank or buy a new record player in order to get more out of your listening experience. Now, the single best upgrade you can make are a good pair of speakers. Initially, I was going to include them in this list, but they deserve their own video, and I actually already made that, and you can check it out in the corner here. That's honestly where you should start to make the biggest impact. This list is a little more varied. Feel free to use the chapters down below to skip around straight to the list, but I wanted to start with some quick background first. So this all spawned from a windy summer where I was listening to records and I kept hearing this popping noise and this high static sound. Plus, all of that static electricity created this really frustrating issue where my felt Slipmats started sticking and adhering to the bottom of the record. It made it really frustrating to try to flip the record every time, and it got worse when my record player was running all day. Sometimes we forget how good we have it with digital tech that when we go analog again, we forget about physics. Anyway, so having to take that mat off of the record every time I went to flip it became really annoying. So this led me down the research path, and I eventually stumbled on the first and my favorite entry on this list. A rubber slip mat not only solves the issue of the felt mat sticking, but it also cuts down on static electricity buildup so you can listen to your records for longer. So in researching this, I ended up discovering that alternative slip mats can also modify the acoustic signature of your turntable. For example, a rubber slip mat, which I really like, gives that low end a bit of extra punch and makes the music sound a bit deeper. There are other styles of slip mats or even plates you can get, like acrylic or cork. Feel free to experiment, as these are relatively affordable to purchase and try out. Links to a few in the description below. Although the slip mat might slightly affect the sound signature of your record, nothing comes close to expanding the music quite like this next accessory. A preamp or preamplifier is actually a necessary piece to your listening setup if your turntable doesn't already have one built in. So this component actually amplifies the sound to a level where your speakers can actually play the music. So the preamp I have here is the Art DJ Pre 2, and it's one of the most affordable value preamps out there. Luckily, many starting record players actually have an internal preamp built in, like the Sony PSLX310BT or the Audio-Technica LP60X. I have videos about those, and you can check those out in one of these corners here or down in the description below. That said, an external preamp can not only generate higher quality audio and gain, it can also tweak the sound signature of your setup based on your listening preferences. My personal favorite added benefit for my setup in particular is it allows me to extend the RCA connection so the cables don't dangle off my shelf. So there's a wealth of options out there. I'll leave links to a few down in the description below. Disclaimer, I have not tried all of these because you can just experiment for days and days. But if you've had an entry-level turntable for a while and wanted to try out a few different sounds, this is a great place to check out. I know. Cleaning supplies are not the most thrilling accessory you can get, but they're probably one of the best. Your records are gonna get dirty. They just will. And when that happens, the sound's gonna suffer. The needle's gonna pick up dust and lint, popping will occur, and if it's not kept in check, your record or needle could even get damaged. Luckily, there's tons of solutions out there, with the simplest and cheapest being a vinyl cleaning brush and a needle brush. Now, there's a ton of other solutions too, like electrostatic cleaners and cleaning solution wipes, but this I found is the easiest and cheapest way to maintain your precious collection. Using the brush is dead simple. You just set the record to spin and gently hold it on top of the record as it spins, and dust is gonna collect on the brush and off of your record. So Audio-Technica actually makes great cleaning solutions, including the vinyl cleaning brush and needle brush. I've used them for about 3 years extensively, and they show no signs of slowing down. They're great. Anyways, this was likely part 1 of a series, but in my opinion, these are some of the best ways to start upgrading your setup. Other than speakers, of course, which are the most important. Seriously. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to check out some of the best speakers out there for vinyl records, check out the most recent video I made on my channel. It's also going to be probably on the screen right about now. Other than that, please consider subscribing, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.